Imagine seeing a video of a world leader declaring war, or a beloved celebrity endorsing a product they would never touch. The video looks real, the audio sounds authentic. Yet the entire event never actually happened. This is the world of deepfakes, a technology that can create incredibly convincing yet entirely fabricated videos and audio recordings. One of the early examples that truly caught public attention involved a manipulated video of a former US president seemingly saying things he never uttered. This wasn't just a simple edit, it was a sophisticated creation designed to mimic reality. A deepfake, in simple terms, is a piece of synthetic media. Artificial intelligence, specifically a technique called deep learning, is used to create these fakes. The technology can take someone's face and convincingly superimpose it onto another person's body in a video. It can also synthesize a person's voice to make them say anything the creator desires. The result can be so seamless that telling the difference between what is real and what is fake becomes incredibly challenging. The primary concern with deepfakes lies in their potential for misuse. Trust in visual and audio evidence is now being systematically undermined by this technology, forcing us to question what we see and hear. Creating a deepfake is a multi-step process, much like an artist learning to perfectly replicate another's style. The first crucial step is data gathering. To make a convincing deepfake of a specific person, the AI needs a lot of visual or audio information about them. This means collecting hundreds or even thousands of images and video clips of the target individual. Once enough data is collected, the next stage is model training. A common technique used for creating deepfakes involves something called a generative adversarial network, or GAN. Imagine two AIs working together but also in competition. One AI, called the generator, tries to create fake images of the target person. The other AI, called the discriminator, tries to tell the difference between the generator's fakes and real images of the person. This back-and-forth process forces the generator to produce increasingly realistic images. The final step is the swapping process itself. After the models are trained, the system can take a frame from the source video, run it through the shared encoder to get that compressed representation of the facial pose and expression. This newly generated face is then carefully blended onto the source video frame. This process is repeated for every frame of the video, resulting in a deepfake where the target person appears to be speaking and acting in the source footage. While generative adversarial networks, GANs, were the pioneers in creating convincing deepfakes, a newer technology known as diffusion models has recently emerged, pushing the boundaries of realism even further. Diffusion models work on a different principle, one that you can think of like carefully restoring a very noisy or blurry photograph until it becomes crystal clear. These models have demonstrated an incredible ability to generate images and videos that are often indistinguishable from reality. Their development marks a significant leap forward in synthetic media generation. The process behind diffusion models involves two main stages. First, the model learns to gradually add noise to a training image until the image becomes pure, unrecognizable noise. Then the model learns to reverse this process. By learning this denoising process extremely well, the model can then start from pure random noise and generate a completely new, highly realistic image. Diffusion models offer several advantages over older techniques like GANs. They tend to produce images with greater diversity and higher fidelity. Creators also find that diffusion models can offer more control over the generation process. This means that someone could describe a scene in words, and the diffusion model could generate a corresponding image, or even a short video clip. The impact of diffusion models on the deepfake landscape is profound. The challenge of distinguishing these advanced deepfakes from authentic content is therefore becoming increasingly difficult. Deepfakes have unfortunately made headlines for their use in political disinformation campaigns. One notable example involved a video that appeared to show Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky telling his soldiers to surrender to Russia. This video circulated online shortly after the 2022 invasion. While it was quickly debunked, its brief appearance highlighted the potential for deepfakes to sow confusion and manipulate public opinion. The realm of celebrity and public figures has also been significantly impacted by deepfake technology. Non-consensual deepfake pornography, where individuals' faces are inserted into explicit videos without their permission, has become a rampant issue. This form of digital abuse can cause immense emotional distress and reputational damage to the victims. Beyond pornography, celebrities have also been targeted by deepfakes that make them appear to endorse products or make controversial statements. Financial fraud represents another growing area of concern for deepfake misuse. Voice deepfakes, or vishing, voice phishing, are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Criminals can use AI to clone a person's voice from just a few seconds of audio. They then use this cloned voice to impersonate executives or trusted individuals to authorize fraudulent financial transactions. However, not all deepfakes are created with malicious intent. The technology has also been used for entertainment, art, and satire. Section 5. Your eyes on the deception. Practical ways to spot a deepfake. While deepfakes are becoming more sophisticated, there are often subtle visual cues that can betray their artificial origins. Pay close attention to the face. Does the skin look too smooth or perhaps unnaturally waxy? Are there inconsistencies in skin tone between the face and the neck or hands? Blinking patterns are another area to scrutinize. Real people blink regularly and naturally. Deepfakes sometimes feature subjects who blink too much, too little, or in an irregular, jerky manner. The edges of the face, particularly where it meets the hair or neck, might appear blurry or distorted. Hair itself can be difficult for AI to render perfectly. Look closely at teeth. Are they individually distinct and realistic, or do they look like a uniform block? Beyond visual cues, audio inconsistencies can reveal a deepfake. Listen carefully to the voice. Does it sound robotic, monotonous, or have an unnatural cadence? Always try to verify information from multiple credible sources before believing or sharing it. Section 6. The AI detectives, using technology to unmask digital fakes. Just as artificial intelligence is used to create deepfakes, it is also being developed to detect them. AI detection tools are essentially trained to be digital forensic experts. These systems are fed vast datasets containing both real videos and known deepfakes. By analyzing these examples, the AI learns to identify the subtle artifacts and inconsistencies that differentiate synthetic media from authentic content. There are several different approaches that AI detection models employ. Some focus on analyzing the raw pixels of an image or video, looking for statistical anomalies. Other AI detectors try to analyze more biological or behavioral signals. They might track subtle physiological cues like blinking patterns or head movements. However, AI detection tools are not foolproof. One of the biggest limitations is that they are often trained on existing deepfake generation techniques. Therefore, while AI detection tools are valuable and rapidly improving, they are best viewed as one component of a broader strategy to combat deepfakes. Section 7. An ever-evolving battle. The deepfake detection arms race. The relationship between deepfake creation and detection is best described as an ongoing arms race. As soon as researchers and developers create more sophisticated tools to identify synthetic media, deepfake creators find new ways to circumvent these detection methods. It's a constant cycle of innovation on both sides. For instance, early deepfake detectors might have focused on inconsistencies in blinking patterns. Once creators became aware of this, they refined their algorithms to produce more natural-looking blinks. The emergence of new generation techniques, particularly diffusion models, has significantly intensified this arms race. Deepfakes created with these advanced models often lack the telltale artifacts that older GAN-based detectors were trained to identify. Adding another layer of complexity are adversarial attacks specifically designed to fool AI detectors. This relentless competition means that the field of deepfake detection requires sustained investment in research and development. The goal is not just to detect current deepfakes but to develop methods that are resilient to future advancements in generation technology. Staying ahead, or at least keeping pace, is crucial for maintaining trust in digital media. Section 8. Navigating the new reality regulation, ethics, and future challenges. The rapid advancement of deepfake technology has presented significant challenges for legal and regulatory frameworks around the world. Lawmakers are grappling with how to address the malicious use of deepfakes without stifling legitimate creative expression or infringing on free speech. Some jurisdictions have begun to introduce specific legislation targeting non-consensual deepfake pornography or the use of deepfakes in political campaigns. However, the legal landscape is still fragmented and often lags behind the pace of technological development. One of the major hurdles in regulating deepfakes is the global nature of the internet. A deepfake can be created in one country, hosted in another, and viewed by people worldwide, making enforcement of national laws incredibly difficult. Questions of jurisdiction, attribution, and international cooperation become paramount. Looking ahead, the future risks associated with deepfakes are likely to grow as the technology becomes even more sophisticated. We can anticipate hyper-realistic deepfakes that are virtually indistinguishable from reality without advanced forensic tools. This could lead to a further erosion of public trust in digital media. Beyond detection, a multifaceted approach is needed to address these future challenges. Public education and media literacy initiatives are also crucial, empowering individuals to critically evaluate the information they encounter. Collaboration between technology companies, research institutions, governments, and media organizations will be essential to develop shared standards and best practices. Section 9. Conclusion: fostering a culture of verification in the age of AI. Deepfakes represent a powerful and rapidly evolving technology with the dual capacity for creative expression and malicious deception. As we have explored, these AI-generated fabrications can convincingly mimic reality. The underlying technologies, from generative adversarial networks to the more recent diffusion models, are becoming increasingly sophisticated. This capability, while fascinating from a technological standpoint, carries significant implications for trust, security, and the very nature of truth in the digital age. The examples of deepfakes used in political manipulation, financial fraud, and personal defamation underscore the urgent need for effective countermeasures. While AI-driven detection tools offer a promising avenue for identifying synthetic media, they are locked in a continuous arms race with the creators of these fakes. Therefore, technological solutions alone are insufficient. A broader societal response is required, one that emphasizes media literacy and critical thinking skills. Combating the negative impacts of deepfakes necessitates a multi-pronged strategy that integrates technological advancements, thoughtful regulation, and widespread public education. Ultimately, fostering a culture of verification is paramount in the age of AI-generated content. Our ability to critically assess what we see and hear will be more important than ever as we navigate this new digital frontier.